how many of y'all have been to a place that just, gives you the chills? Like, it's not just the creaky floors or dim lights, but something else, something unexplainable. Maybe it's the history, or maybe it's the spirits of those who never really left. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all, welcome back to Old Florida Now. You're going to stop for all things Old Florida. I'm your host, Beau Carter. Today, we're heading to the Capitol Theatre in Clearwater. This place, man, it's got a past. It's not just a building. It's a whole experience. You're walking into almost a century of history, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be walking with a few ghosts too. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into it.
Welcome to Old Florida Now, where we uncover the rich history and hidden stories of the Sunshine State. Each episode will explore the people, places, and events that shaped Florida's past. Let's dive in.
So here's how it all starts. Back in 1921, downtown Clearwater was just a sleepy little spot, but people, they loved their entertainment, right? And that's where the Capitol Theatre comes in. Designed by this guy named Lester Avery, the place was all about big vaudeville acts and silent films, The grand opening was on March 21st, 1921, and Clearwater folks finally had their own place for shows. Think about that. Before then, if you wanted to catch a big performance, you had to haul yourself up to Tampa or St. Pete. But here's the thing about old theaters. They pick up energy. Some folks say buildings like these soak in the emotions of the past, and Capitol Theatre, it's no different. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. So here's a little background to give you all some context. The Capitol Theatre wasn't just a place to see shows. It had a second act, so to speak. In 1981, it became the Royalty Theater when a company leased it from the Taylor family, and this was where things started getting eerie. You see, during renovations, workers found the body of a guy named Bill Neville in the balcony. Yep, a murder. And since then, people claim the place hasn't been the same. They say Bill's spirit might still be hanging around up there. I mean, can you blame him? Imagine going to fix up a place only to meet your end there. But Bill, he's not the only ghost. There's also a man known as the Captain. He's described as this old fellow with a goatee, wearing a blue coat and fisherman's hat. He's been seen walking the halls, and let's just say folks aren't sure what he's looking for. And if that wasn't enough, there's even a little girl. Yeah, just around 10 years old. People say she's playful, like she's watching over the theater, or, well, maybe she's stuck there. But don't worry, she's not one of those scary ghosts. She's just there. Now, Clearwater bought the theater in 2009, teamed up with Ruth Eckerd Hall, and they fixed the place up real nice, renamed it the Capitol Theatre again, and now it's a gym in the downtown area. Concerts, shows, all kinds of events happen there. But even with all the renovations, even with all the fresh paint and new seats, the ghosts, they didn't go anywhere. I've heard stories of alarms going off for no reason, chandeliers swaying like there's a breeze, but there's no breeze inside. Orbs, too. People have caught them on camera. And, well, orbs, they say that's a sign of spiritual energy. Ever seen one? It's like this floating ball of light, kind of ghostly. Now, let me tell y'all about the vibes in the balcony. People say it's creepy, like real creepy. I read one account from a couple who went to see a show, Molly Hatchet, of all things, and they described this horrible smell, like bad breath, but worse. It wasn't just in one spot either. It seemed to, follow them. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I was sitting in a balcony with that kind of smell, I'd start wondering what or who was sitting next to me. Okay. So maybe you don't believe in ghosts, right? That's fine. Maybe it's all just coincidence, or maybe it's the age of the building. But here's something to think about. These old theaters, they've seen a lot. People came to the Capitol Theatre to laugh, to cry, to escape their everyday lives. And sometimes those emotions, those big moments, they stick around. Maybe they leave an imprint, or maybe just maybe some spirits, they get attached. So if you're curious to dig deeper into the Capitol Theatre's haunted history, I've got some cool resources for you. If you want to get the full spooky experience, there's a haunted history tour right there in Clearwater. It's called the Haunted History Tour, and it covers places like the Capitol Theater, the Biltmore Hotel, and even some eerie local cemeteries. They give you the whole scoop on Clearwater's haunted past, guided by folks who know all the ghostly details. And hey, if you're more of a reader, check out the Florida Haunted Houses website. They've got some stories about the Capitol Theater's ghost sightings, including the captain, Bill, and that playful little girl I mentioned earlier. Lots of folks have shared their paranormal experiences there. Another good place to explore would be the Opal Collection's stories. They cover haunted spots around Florida, including the theater. You might just find yourself planning a ghost hunt after checking that out. I'll drop all the links in the show notes for you. So next time you're in Clearwater, or if you ever get a chance to visit the Capitol Theater, take a moment. Feel the energy of the place. Look up at the balcony and wonder if Bill or the captain or even that little girl is keeping an eye on you. And whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying that the Capitol Theater is more than just a building. It's a piece of Florida's history with all its stories, its drama, and its hauntings. All right, folks, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for tuning in to Old Florida Now. If you like today's story, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. Until next time, I'm Beau Carter. Keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep loving Old Florida.
Thanks for listening to Old Florida Now. Stay tuned for more stories from the Sunshine State's past. Until next time.